This is March Madness. The biggest, the baddest.
All right, guys, my favorite time of the year, March Madness. And we started this, 10 years ago at least. For me, nothing's more fun than March Madness. I love basketball for most people that know me, and I love the March Madness tournament. It's the best tournament out there. And so it's been really, really fun to kind of copy that a little bit and do our own version of March Madness. And it's changed a lot over the years, but it always has been our best sales competition, and it's just super fun. I mean, the weather's starting to get warmer, a lot of basketball going on, and then the sales just start flying in.
Yeah, usually it's how we kick off the year. This year, I feel like we've kicked off the year really well. So I hope March Madness just, accelerates that.
I think it will. I think we're going to sell 400 plus points in March alone.
Nice.
I really do. I think that the momentum we have and the studs we have, people are going to run through walls for this. They do every year.
Good.
Get your name in the banner. Never comes down. Okay, so this year, team-wise, we're going to do it similar to how we have in the past. So there will be the Idaho Spuds, the Cash Cows, the Davis Weber Legends, Salt Lake City Elite Force, and I know they have their own names. Okay, I had to come up with something.
Utah County changed their name before you say it, but go ahead and say what you had.
I'll have Utah County 69ers.
Yeah, he didn't want that. He said that got shut down. So they want the other guys, they told me.
The Utah County
other guys.
Other guys, okay.
I said the 800-pound tuna would be better, from the other guys. But either one.
Then I have the Southern Utah Heat. I just couldn't think of anything. Sorry, guys. And then I have the Californicators.
Yeah, there you go. Californicators.
And I figured for California, it's going to be combined with the call center, San Jose and Sacramento. So it's actually a pretty big office. If you think about it, they're about the same size as Utah County.
Yep.
So it's how we've done it, just to make this even, because we know everyone has different size offices. And this is the biggest complaint I get every year, because people try to game it so they can win no matter what. But I've ran so many scenarios here. I promise this is fair. Whoever does the best, especially compared to their goals, will win March Madness. Doesn't matter what size your office is. But we've done a handicap based on how many setters and how many ETs each office has.
And we went off active for this year. So we went through the rosters. I know Braxton went through the setter rosters, and Steve and I went through the ET rosters. If you have someone on your team that's received leads and they're still with us, we considered them active on the ET side. I don't know.
And this was as of February 13th.
Yeah. Yep.
So you may have added people or you may have lost people from then. Sorry, we had to pick a date. But as of February 13th. And we're kind of do it like an alumni tournament with this handicap, okay? So basically, I'm old. I'm almost 50 now. I go back and play my alumni tournament. I get 30 points over the 20-year-old.
And you still lose, which is
we
crazy.
Actually win most years, but that's another story. That's how we've kind of done this. So the team that has a 0 handicap is going to be Salt Lake City. They have by far the biggest team. And then I'll just read the handicaps really quick. And you'll get a copy of this. Idaho Spuds has 132 handicap. Cash has 116. Davis Weber 32. Utah County 76. Southern Utah 122. California 80. And again, you'll get a breakdown of this so you can see the goals. But just know that's how the handicap worked. And I've ran this scenario tons and tons of different ways. And the team that does the best will win based on this handicap. So don't get intimidated and freak out that Idaho has 132 points handicap and Davis Weber has 32. I promise if Davis Weber reaches their goals and Idaho doesn't, Davis Weber will beat them. The way it'll work is you'll get half of your points for the first round, because we always do 2 rounds, right? 2 rounds, there are 3 weeks each. You get half of them for the first round, and then the top 3 teams move on to the championship bracket for the final 3 weeks. And the bottom 4 teams will compete for 4th place. Okay? It starts February 24th. And don't forget, just like years past, it has to be appointments set on the 24th. So I know there's going to be some appointments that were set before then, and some of you ETs are going to be out closing them, which obviously you want to do that. It's in your best interest. But those won't count towards March Madness. The appointment itself has to be set starting February 24th. The tournament will run from February 24th to March 15th. And again, it's 2 3-week periods. Round 1, it's everybody versus everybody. top 3 teams move on to the championship bracket. Bottom 4 teams compete for 4th place and last place, because there is the old sit in
Dunk
summer
tape.
games
Yeah.
dunk tape. That was super fun last year.
That was the highlight of the
Dunk
summer
and
games
Josh.
last year.
Josh, don't let that be you again
And
this year.
Steven and Josh.
Steven.
Loved it.
A couple other things on the points, just so we all understand too. There is a bonus in each round if a team reaches 90% of their monthly goal in 3 weeks. They actually get a bonus of 30 points, which is a big deal.
Yeah.
Like if a couple teams reach that, they will advance, and those will be the winning teams for sure. And just to make it simple, I've got that number written out next to your goal on the sheet you'll receive, so you can see exactly what you want to shoot for the first 3 weeks.
And that's one-time bonus only in the first 3. Only
For only the
round.
first
Yeah.
round, but it is the second round too.
Oh, so both
So
rounds.
30
Okay.
rounds for the first round. If you do it again, 30 points for the second round.
I like it.
Okay? And don't forget, for points to count, they have to be commissionable. They have to be completely done, all your paperwork, everything. So, again, the deadline for the first round is sorry, I said the tournament itself is actually February 24th to April 5th, not March 15th. That's round 1. So, February 24th to March 15th is round 1. So, your sales have to be commissionable 3 business days after March 15th to count for round 1. Just so we're on the same page. So we may not know the actual winners of round 1 until like the 18th or 19th, or whatever 3 business days are.
That means loan docs signed. If it's cash, down payment in. Yes. If it's power bills, everything have to be in, or else it won't count. And I get calls every year. Why isn't this counting? Why isn't this counting? It's because you're missing something. So just make sure you get all your stuff in.
Yep. Another change this year, because years past we've also given points for different things, like for sit points and for self-gens to get more and full systems more. This is strictly points this year. It's just sales points. There's no points that your team is going to get for sit points. It's just sold deals.
Yep.
I think this kind of makes it a little more fair, a little less people worried that people are cheating numbers, stuff like that. You can't cheat these numbers.
Sit points will still matter, just like John Stockton throwing a pass to Karl Malone or whatever the analogy you want to use. The assist still matters, but it doesn't change the score. The score is the points sold, and that's what we all care about. So setters, you're still just as important to the equation, and to qualify for the prizes, you're going to have certain sit points or sell points. But and so everyone's going to have to do their own part, but really we're going for sales.
Yeah, that's just how the points are going to be tracked. But Zach is absolutely right. The most important person on any team is whoever's getting these appointments.
Right.
Or setting them. Doesn't matter if you're an ET out self-genning or if you're a setter out grinding. Your team will not win without appointments.
Correct.
Okay. Couple other things here. Let's talk about, first of all, the All-Star team. So everybody wants to make the All-Star team. The All-Star team is any setter. Doesn't matter if your team's in last place or first. If you're a setter and you have at least 4 sales points during the tournament, so that's during the whole 6 weeks, or any TET that has at least 6 sales points during the tournament. Again, that's almost like minimum performance. Like, yeah. I would hope
it's 6 weeks. That's a point a week.
I would hope
so
70% of you guys make the All-Star
team. The other thing we should say, if we haven't already, is roofs will not count. So there's no 3-pointers. The reason why is we got to have it be fair, and we don't do roofs in every market. So we're taking roofing points completely out of it, including for All-Star and everything. So even if you sold a bunch of roofs, that will not count towards that number. But still, 6 points is a point a week for ETs, and 4 points. That should be very doable.
I would sure. I'm an ET, especially. Like, I would be embarrassed if I don't get 6 points during this. Especially knowing how big a competition this is. Like, you should up your game, and you need to get out there and get 6 points.
For sure.
Setters, it'll just happen for you if you bust it. I know sometimes setters stress because they can't control the closes, but I promise you, if you set 50 appointments that get sat, you're gonna probably get 10, not just 4. So just get out there and set the best numbers you can set. But anyone that makes the All-Star team, okay, every member, no matter what place you're in, you get a pair of custom shoes, and we'll give you a picture and you can see what they look like. But they're 6 shoes.
Are they from Colin?
They're from Kobe Latham.
Oh, sweet. Even better.
But we'll show you a picture of them so you can see them. But everyone on there gets a pair of custom shoes. Okay. Another thing is if your team wins, to claim any of these prizes, and I'll tell you what the prizes are now, you have to be on the All-Star team. So, for example, I think Carson Stokes' team has 22 ETs and like 30 setters or something. I'm just kind of making numbers up. But if their team takes first, not all 50 people get a part of this prize. Only the people that made the All-Star team. Okay? So, we're doing it a little different this year too. It's kind of cool, I think, is we're going to let you pick your prize. So if you're first place, we have a list of 4 prizes. You can pick out of any 4 prizes.
Kind of like we did the GOAT last year. That's how we did it. Yep.
Yeah, if you're second place, you get the remaining out of all these prizes. So, prize number 1 is a $6,000 shopping spree at a place of your team's choosing. Okay, all qualifying team members will split the $6,000. So, last year we did this with Utah County. I want to say there were 5 of them. It wasn't as much money last year. The prize pool was a little less, but they split that money up and each got like $1,000 or $800 or something.
Yeah.
Okay, so you just split that up with whoever qualifies. Prize number 2 is a $3,000 team shopping spree to Al's. Same thing. All the qualifying members will split the $3,000 and will go to Al's. Prize number 3 is a Top Golf team event for all qualifying team members. Prize number 4 is a Ruth Chris team dinner for all qualifying team members.
That might be my number 1 choice. That's good. Yeah.
Good. Last place, you will sit in a dunk tank during summer games again. And I look forward to it.
Is it the whole team? The whole team?
The whole team, whether you qualified or not, every member of that team will sit in the dunk tank.
I love it.
So don't be last, Josh. I can tease Josh.
Hey, Cache Valley is, I don't think they're going to be last this year.
Hey, I'm putting odds again. Just like last year, I had betting odds on this, and they're not the last place pick team.
No, I think they actually could be a contender because of the way that we're doing the rules. I think it's fair. They have a smaller team and they have really good sales guys, so we'll see how it works out.
Here's the deal for them. Like they have 25 is their goal, right? Yeah. As a month. So they only have to get 23 sales points in 3 weeks. That is, I mean, we did 21 in Idaho Falls last week.
Well, Josh has done that before himself.
So if they get that and meet their goal with that bonus, they're going to be right in top.
They'll get it. Yep.
I guarantee you, any team that reaches their 9% goal in the first 3 weeks will make the championship unless everybody makes their goal. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like if only 2 teams or 1 or 3 teams, they will be the top 3 teams. Just the way it works out. I've ran the math enough times. So really, really push to reach that 90% in the first 3 weeks. Individual prizes. Okay, and this, again, doesn't matter what team you are. You could be on the last place team, you could be on the first place team. You still would get this. So for the ETs, whoever has the most close points during March Madness, you get a $1,000 shopping spree at a place of your choice. For the most self-gen close points, $1,000 shopping spree at a place of your choice. For the most roofs sold, and again, I know roofs aren't for everybody, only a certain markets can do it.
So we are doing something for roofs.
None of these points go towards your March Madness points, but we still want to encourage you to sell roofs. So whoever sells the most roofs during March Madness, there's a $500 shopping spree to your choice. For setters, the most closed points, $1,000 shopping spree, place of your choice. Most sit points, $750 shopping spree to place of your choice. So,
hey, just one caveat with the roofs. It's just to clear up. It's ES roofs.
ES roofs, yeah, 100%. And
we don't care if you sell Joe Schmo roofer roofs. It's got to be ES roofs.
And this is a roof. This isn't Roof Max. This isn't roof tune-ups. This is you sold a roof during March Madness.
I like it.
And again, you have to be on the All-Star team for that, though. So if all you're doing is running around selling roofs, and you don't get 6 sales points that aren't roof sales, you're not going to get that $500. Okay? So first and foremost, everybody qualify for the All-Star team because you never know where you're going to lie here. It would really suck. It happens every year.
Yeah, it does.
But you're on the championship team and you only sell 4 or 5 points instead of the 6, and you don't get a participate.
Hey, this is the first year I haven't seen a self-gen point being a qualifier.
I know.
That's one thing that some guys have hit multiple, I would have qualified, but I didn't get a self-gen or whatever. So, yeah, if you hit your points, you're going to qualify.
Yep. And again, I just do it. Like, be embarrassed. Like, take some pride and be embarrassed if you don't make the All-Star team. The shoes are going to be awesome. And this is the only way you're going to get them. You're not going to get these any other place, any other time. It's just the people that make the All-Star team are going to get these shoes. Winning team also, don't forget, you're on the banner, but there's also going to be a new thing this year, and we have a basketball that's going to be in a glass case that's going to be, we haven't worked the details out if it's going to sit at the office or if you get to take this to your office, but it's going to be pretty cool too to have a prize that sits around that everybody sees that only your team has.
I like it.
But for me, again, it's the banner. Like I love seeing my name on that banner. I want to take first. I'm too competitive probably, but that's why I love these competitions. It's fun.
Yep.
So have fun, work hard, and do your best not to take last.
Yeah. Don't take last, but I want to see guys. This is most important for you individually. This is like, if you want to hit your goals for this year, buy into this competition. I promise it'll kick off your year right, and you'll be in the right mindset to hit your goals.
100%. It's a fun way to make a ton of money. You're going to take a ton of commissions, obviously, but you're also going to get a lot of cool prizes, and you're going to set yourself up for the rest of this year. So this really is probably the most important competition for setters and ETs.
I agree. Let's go.
Excited to see what happens. Let's do it.
March. A month of underdogs. Of Cinderella stories. Where champions are born and legends are made. This is March Madness. The biggest, the baddest, the most important competition of the year. The month where you decide how the rest of your year plays out. Because if you want to have a big year, it starts right here, right now. ETs, you don't eat without your setters and leads. Setters, you don't level up without your ETs. We are two sides of the same coin. A family, an unstoppable force. But if only we are one team with one mission. If you want to win, you don't just show up, you show out. You set more, you close more, you push past every limit. You work longer, you work harder than you ever thought possible. Because this is March. It's yours for the taking, but only if you do whatever it takes. So step up, never give up, and don't be a pussy.